Ventura, a raging California wildfire, became the state's third largest on record on Saturday as fresh evacuations were ordered amid a resurgence of the harsh winds that have fueled the deadly blaze, threatening to scorch 18,000 structures. The so-called Thomas Fire has already destroyed more than 1,000 structures, including about 750 homes, in Southern California communities since erupting on December the 4th, state fire officials said. More wildfire devastation is feared, with harsh winds tearing through California. With just days to go before Congress votes, U.S. President Donald Trump defends a Republican tax cut plan against criticism it favors the rich. President Trump again denies any collusion between his 2016 campaign and Russia while blasting the FBI investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server. Military police have shot and injured a man wielding a knife at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, one of Europe's busiest transport hubs. The U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson scales down his offer to North Korea from earlier in the week, in which he said that initial talks between the two countries could be about the weather or the shape of the table. A police chase through the streets of Baltimore ends with the arrest of a man wanted by for earlier shooting. A firefighter has died working against the Thomas Fire, which is already considered California's fourth largest wildfire on record. More wildfire devastation is feared, with harsh winds tearing through California. More than 8,000 personnel using nearly 1,000 engines and 32 helicopters were fighting the blaze that has become the seventh most destructive in the state's history, they said. This fire is letting up, the California Governor's Office for Emergency Management said on its Twitter feed. Tough terrain, dry conditions, single-digit humidity, ripping winds make for difficult conditions this weekend. A new evacuation order was issued for parts of Santa Barbara County on Saturday as high winds whipped the fire through bone-dry terrain. The blaze is chewing up tall grass and brush as it spreads along the scenic Pacific coast. Mandatory evacuations were already in place in several Santa Barbara County communities, including Carpinteria and Montecito, and parts of Ventura County. An evacuation order for the city of Ventura, which was hit hard in the first days of the fire, was lifted on Saturday morning. The Thomas Fire is only 40% contained, officials said. Among the places being threatened include the wealthy enclave of Montecito just outside the coastal city of Santa Barbara. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email, you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. Roar of fire. The 13 days of shifting winds and evacuations have taken their toll on a weary population. Paul Pider, who lives in Fillmore, about 90 kilometers northwest of Los Angeles and on the eastern flank of the fire, said he will flee if the blaze gets too close. It's pretty crazy.